Hello everyone, I'm Alex Dykes, and today we're taking a look at the 2014 Honda Civic. This particular model is the Civic EX. If you're wondering why I'm taking a look at the Civic so soon, after all we just took a look at one last year, the reason is because the Civic was completely redesigned in 2012, got a significant refresh for 2013, and has yet again received another significant refresh for the 2014 model year. Although it is unusual for any car to receive so many significant updates back to back, it's not that unexpected in the compact sedan category because there's so many entries in this segment and it is so competitive. Because of the sheer number of competitors in this segment, I'm only going to be talking about the 5 high-volume competitors that compete directly with this Honda Civic. The Honda Civic is number 2 in the segment, just behind the Toyota Corolla. We then have the Chevy Cruze, the Ford Focus, the Hyundai Elantra, as well as the Nissan Sentra. Up front, not a whole lot's changed for the Honda Civic sedan. That means we still have this fairly conservative Honda styling going on up front. I think it's overall fairly attractive, but it's not quite as attractive as the larger Honda Accord. Now, the Civic Coupe gets an entirely different front end. It's relatively unique, and it reminds me a great deal of what would happen if you merged a Honda and a Volkswagen together. I think it's an attractive and aggressive, and also a little bit more grown-up look than's going on right here in the sedan. Although we haven't heard any rumors about this, I do hope that Honda considers installing that brand new front end on the Coupe on certain versions of the sedan, at least in the 2015 model year, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. The side profile of the Civic also remains relatively unchanged for the 2014 model year, at least here on the sedan. We do get a few changes with the Coupe, and that's mostly because the front end and the rear end are slightly different for the 2014 Coupe. We do get refreshed wheels that are more attractive than the outgoing 2013 wheels. And right over here on this side view mirror, we have Honda's new lane watch system that's migrated down from the Accord onto this Honda Civic. Although the overall proportions of the Civic are a little bit more coupe-like than you'll find in the Honda Accord, Honda's family-oriented mission is still very obvious when you take a look at the Civic. So we have this relatively large greenhouse, somewhat low beltline compared to some of those other entries in the segment, and this extra piece of glass right here in the rear door that helps rear passengers see out of the back. It also really improves rearward visibility for the driver. Coupe-like profile continues back here with a fairly long rear glass, as well as a fairly short trunk lid. Part of the reason for the 2013 emergency Civic refresh is right back here in the tail lamp modules, because the 2012 model had tail lamp modules that did not extend onto the trunk lid of the Civic, and apparently owners and shoppers thought that that looked just a little bit too cheap. So for 2013 they extended this tail lamp module onto the trunk. They also darked it out just a little bit, and overall it's much more attractive than the 2012 model. Now the